What's up? I'm Hugz. That's Sam. Welcome to Hugz and Sam. Today we're getting into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 44. And on the last episode, there's quite a bit that happened. I feel like in this part of the show, now that we're reaching the final 20-ish episodes or whatever, the final 1/3 of the show, every episode has a ton of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And we kind of had this formula of slow, then a really fast build, and then it would go slow again. And I feel like we haven't really had that back and forth anymore. It's like there's always really solid stuff happening.
Boom, yeah.
More intense and crazy, but there's always something happening.
Yeah.
So in the last one, right now we have Al and Hohenheim together in Lior.
Yes. And the last thing we saw was they just saw each other.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious to see what that's going to be.
Al was going there for the same reason Hohenheim did, because he believed that there would be some sort of passage or tunnel in Lior.
Yes.
For, because they knew that they had the riots there.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be one of the natural places for the transmutation circle. We also had Mei Chang leave and go back to Xing.
Yes.
We also had Envy get beat up on and turned into
a leech.
I'm assuming that's her normal form. That's her regular form, and everything else has been a projection of her. You know what I mean? Just something she creates.
Yeah. Because, that's what you were saying, and... Oh, my pen. And I don't know, exactly how that works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm assuming that's what that is. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else happened? Oh, we saw a chimera that was Greed's that sees Wrath and knows that Wrath had killed the previous Greed. The new Greed, of course, is Ling.
Yes.
Which we haven't seen in quite some time.
Mm-mm.
So this is an interesting way to be bringing Greed back into the fold through this chimera that still exists.
And it was riding underneath that car.
Yeah. That reminded me of Sue from My Hero, because it was a frog guy or whatever.
Yeah.
What else happened? Oh, Zampano. We thought he had become a double agent and had gone back to helping out Kimberly in that, but ended up being the one who led Envy into the trap, which was really cool, because I thought...
Yeah, because, we totally thought that he was going to be
I thought
back
he double-crossed him.
Yeah.
What else happened? I'm trying to remember if there's anything else. We have our little notes here.
We still don't know how Ed is. We still haven't seen, any more from him after he got stabbed.
But we got the biggest reveal. One of the biggest reveals. Not Pride level reveal, but a huge reveal.
But
that they are creating their own army.
Army, yeah.
Which completely makes sense why they would have to have so many sacrifices.
Yes. Because that was our biggest question going into the last episode was, why are they doing this? What's his end game?
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of there's this army down there that Olivier had been shown.
Yeah. And by his, we mean what's Father's end game and all of
yes,
this. What is Father... What is the immortal being who is a homunculus turned father, dwarf in the flask turned father, need more power for? Because he already seems pretty all-powerful.
Right. And we even said, it was kind of he was a god, and, all of the... He was, forming, an army of, servants, I guess. People that would, follow him. And
so that's huge. That's crazy that they have this, legion army that's just waiting. And it kind of reminds me of the what are they, the drones from Star Wars, where it's I guess I don't know if they'd be the clones, because I don't know if they're all homunculus, but the little, I forget what the little mechanical fighters were, whatever, the little drones that get killed really easily. But that's what remind me of, because they're all hooked upside down in this thing.
Yeah.
Set up in there. I don't know if you I got you to watch Star Wars.
Yeah, but
I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about.
I wasn't as into Star Wars. I need to rewatch Star Wars for sure, because I wasn't into that kind of... I wasn't that nerdy at that point.
Yeah.
You hadn't fully
I hadn't broken through the wall yet.
Yeah.
All right, but let's go ahead, jump into this, and see what's going down.
I left when he was just a boy and haven't seen him since. I doubt that he thinks of me as his father or trusts me. I'm not even sure what to say to him.
Hey, Dad!
Dad?
I'd like to work too.
He called him Dad.
Here, let me carry those.
Damn, so easy.
Here you go.
Oh.
That's creepy.
Oh my gosh.
And they all look like they're like got this creepy look on their face.
Ethics. They're too much of a variable.
Oh, so he overhears. He's in there when they get
Their
there.
tenet is to prevent someone from creating their
That's
own.
cool.
That's cool, yeah. It shows it from like another perspective.
But powerful dummies that we can mom souls to. Not only are they immortal, they're mindlessly obedient. They are the world's most perfect soldier.
You mentioned that souls would be bonded to them. Where do you plan on procuring these souls?
From rival lands, of course. Citizens from the countries we ravaged during the course of war.
No.
For one reason or another, the battlefield serves as a hunting ground for the collection of souls.
Mr. Green would never be in an awful place like this.
Oh,
Wow, he is.
An
So that's the first time
underground
we've seen Ling or Greed in a
And
while.
I've got
Yeah.
a hunch that it runs under Lior. I was kind of shocked to find you here, Dad. I must have some good luck
It's so
after all.
weird hearing him call him Dad.
We
Yeah.
encountered a man who was identical to you in Central. I don't know how you're connected to him, but I'm guessing you at least know who he is, right?
tell him everything.
Did it
Finally!
ever cross your mind I might be on their side? You've given away your entire plan. Aren't you the least bit worried I might leak it to them? I'm glad that you feel like you can still trust me. Thanks, Alphonse.
That would have been badass though if like he was
Yeah.
against them, you know?
Even though this won't be easy to explain, it would be for the best for Edward to hear it as well.
Actually, I hate
Can't
to say
wait
it,
for him to finally.
but Brother has gone missing.
Can't wait for them to finally know, like for all the pieces to be together
Yeah.
in the puzzle, you know?
Have you seen anyone unusual frequenting the clinic lately? He's described as
Right now! Show me your hands!
a red coat, blonde hair worn in a braid, and short.
Check it out.
Harris! Harris, what happened to you? Come on, snap
Oh my god, it's so.
Cohen! Harris!
I like how
What's
Ed's
going
just
on?
racking him up
Hey,
out there.
answer me!
Yeah.
Damn! Just choke him out!
Oh, damn. You just had to take him out on your own.
My injuries are completely healed, and I'm revving at full throttle.
He looks cool with his hair down.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
I just love that as soon as they say he looks short, he just
Thanks
like
for
breaks
everything
this
you've done,
dude.
Doc.
Drop your weapons!
We took too long. Get your hands up in the air.
He's
Do
just
it
eating
now!
the bread.
Move it, kid! Those guys are dangerous!
Stay back or he's dead. Don't force us to blow this kid's brains out.
I like how he's got like finger guns.
Yeah.
On it.
Don't call me that.
Strive faster!
These guys are from Northern Command. We're never gonna ditch them.
Oh. Just in time.
That was a little too close. How's it looking behind us?
Not good. They're right on us.
Oh,
Did he just
he
change
changed
what the car looked like?
yeah. Huh, that's a cool
What did he
one.
turn it
you
into?
doubt it.
What is that?
Yeah, well, can you change it back into a normal car now?
And why's that? I think this car looks cool as hell.
Change it back. Please, we're begging you.
Yeah? You guys got a problem with my sense of style?
If I saw that car, I'd probably like be more suspicious.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. You were a slave and now you're a philosopher's stone?
Yeah, right. Can't say I blame you if you don't believe me. I doubt I would. I know how impossibly far-fetched that it sounds. You'd have to be crazy to believe it.
To be honest,
He's
kinda
a soul
scares me.
attached to a
and besides,
suit of armor.
my
Like I think he can
situation's
believe
kind of
anything.
far-fetched.
Right. Yeah.
So, what's it like not being able to die?
Well, I'm not gonna lie and say it doesn't come in handy. But it's not worth watching everyone I love die before me.
And that's what we were talking about.
It's true that I have a philosopher's stone fused to my soul. But not even that can change the fact that I am a human being. Although I look alike beneath Central. His body is like a leather bag that's patterned after mine.
A leather bag?
More or less. And if we can destroy that leather bag, then we can defeat what's inside.
That's so creepy.
That makes sense.
Oh, I'm impressed. You've really done your homework. This is a reverse transmutation circle, huh?
Destroying the tunnel seems like the best way to thwart them. And since it runs under yours...
That's not a good idea. They've got an immensely powerful homunculus named Pride watching over the tunnel.
But still, we've got to try before it's too late.
For all we know, they might have already completed the circle. You're too busy looking down when you need to look up.
Huh?
If you want answers, that's where you'll find them.
Up? The sky?
So
You mean the
something
sun
to do
got
with the
weaker?
stars or something?
The man in Central is waiting for the day of reckoning.
Does it have to do with like
Why is he doing this to me? What did I do to deserve it?
the moon or like the face of the moon or stars?
It has to be. You are Mr. Greed. But how can you look like someone else?
What was
I
that?
asked you who you are. Now
What was
tell
that
me.
like real quick?
It's me.
Is it-
I'm your friend, Bigo. You haven't been gone from
Memories
Dublin
coming
long
back?
enough to forget.
You're from Dublin. Oh, now it makes sense.
You remember me?
Afraid not. You must have been buddies with the previous Greed.
Holy shit.
I thought.
That is messed
It's nothing
up.
personal. I'm
That's
just
so
doing my
sad.
job. I am sorry, honestly.
What is that? Is that Lane
I feel like
taking
that's
over?
Lee coming back, yeah. What was that an image of?
What have you done, Greed?
He wasn't my friend.
Then why do you remember him? And are you gonna try and tell me Beto was just making everything up?
Those are the last Greed's memories. They're not mine!
Then why are you in so much pain?
Damn. So
Hold
he
yourself together,
retains
Greed.
memories from the other
I'm warning
versions?
They were the only part of you that you chose!
Wow.
Look at them! Can you not hear their souls crying out? You abandoned them! Your real family! You threw them away like trash! Fool! You turned your back on something you wanted! You don't deserve to call yourself free!
That did not feel like a full
Out of-
freaking episode.
Out of every all the homunculus, I feel like he's the one who's got the biggest like chance at like good. You know what I mean?
Well, it's because I think
Because of Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Oh, snap! Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay. Wow. Hold on. I'm taking my notes. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
me too.
Holy crap. But, like, because you gotta think, Wrath is the one that killed all his friends otherwise, and then eventually killed Greed previously.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how they hear the noise, and Miss Bradley freaking covers up Salim when Salim's probably the most deadly freaking person in the room. Alright? And then, King Bradley just straight up looking outside like nothing, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's not startled, but he's ready for something.
Yeah. Which also tells me like maybe the mom doesn't know
Yeah.
what Pride can do because if she did, then why would she? Don't hurt my baby, but
I don't know.
the way we can throw down.
But that also, like, to think Greed rushed in there and you're like, oh, it's Greed versus Wrath, but also Pride.
Yeah.
Even if he did get the better of Greed or of Wrath, where he could like get him in a compromising position, he's still got Pride there to deal with.
Right. Which makes me a little
Which
worried.
he might not even know. I don't know that
about-
he knows that that's pride.
Right. Well, that was an interesting episode. We got to see Ed.
That's probably the craziest after credit
Yeah.
that we've had.
That was probably the most important after credit.
That's what I'm saying. Something that like directly is like a huge, like just a huge reveal on the show of Greed going after freaking Wrath.
Yeah, like you wouldn't think that would be like an after credit
Yeah,
thing.
that's
like,
something
that
that's
would be,
like
in
at the
show.
climax of the show. Yeah.
Right.
Because if somebody missed that, that could be huge.
Yeah. Glad we did.
And I was gonna say, and with how many of these after credits we missed.
Yeah. Thank you to Helena, for telling
Always
us.
making sure that we know which ones
reminding
to watch.
me like 20 times.
Even though
Hey,
sometimes we still forget.
don't forget that because there's one.
Okay, so I wasn't right. I was like super enthralled in this episode. I wasn't taking very many notes.
I know. So look up.
Al
What does that
knows.
mean?
Al knows, and then also, I don't know.
Look up. So
see, a lot of things, you know, in more primitive times than now, were based off of like star alignment.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Star,
know if it'd be the
phases
same
of
type
the
of
moon.
idea. Yeah.
Or like, because it wouldn't be
But
like the placement
They
of
said
the
something
sun.
about the sun
because,
god, and then they talked about the day of reckoning.
Well, like it wouldn't be like placement of the sun, would it? Because placement
Well,
of the
every
sun is
single
like
day
every
would be.
single day.
Well, no,
exactly.
because we orbit the sun, so the sun, where the sun's exact positioning on the planet, I guess, would be different.
Yeah,
right?
because it.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, the sun always it's like.
The sun is constant, but I'm saying where we are in relation to changes.
I just don't know if you'd be able to see that from Earth. Can you see that from Earth?
I don't know how.
Because I think the sun is
I'm
always
not
the
a science
same.
major.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the sun is static. The sun is always the same, but Earth moves around the sun. So our position to like in relation to the sun is different.
Right.
All the time.
And it doesn't make the exact same trail from east to west or
Yeah.
west to east, whatever it is. Like every single day it changes throughout
Mm-hmm.
the year. So I don't know if it has to like line up with something. Like, does the sun have to perfectly line up over the middle of? You know what I mean?
I have no idea. It could be one of many things. I don't want to just focus on the sun thing.
Yeah. Well,
But
I mean,
they
we also
specifically
said
mentioned the
stars.
Day of
we
Reckoning.
said, what is the Day of Reckoning?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, they
if
specifically
that's
made
like
mention
a-
of a thing, though. Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to think back if we've ever heard.
And then I even thought, like, does it have to be, like, raining or thundering, like thunderstorm? Or does
Does it have to be thundering?
Does there need to be, like, lightning? I don't know. But that's more like...
Well, when they looked up, though, they looked at that specific statue, they mentioned the sun god, and then they mentioned the Day of Reckoning. So hopefully it's something we find out very soon.
Yeah.
But it's not, at least for me, I may be dumb,
Yeah.
but it's not just like a direct path for me to be like, oh, that's what
Well,
it
the reason that I'm, like, hung up on sun and, like, being in an exact spot is because there's a lot of stuff that's, like, it has to, like the sun, like, glares through certain holes and stuff.
Yeah. And like mix,
Why are you
whatever.
laughing at me?
Just because it's like, you're like...
Why are you making fun of me?
It sounds like something that would be in Indiana Jones. Or
I've never
something
seen
like
that.
I haven't seen the Indiana Jones ones either. I've seen parts of them throughout my life, but I've never
Yeah.
watched an entire one. But I'm just saying it seems like that type of thing, like the light goes into the pyramid and bounces through, and like there's a laser. Just like stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
The Day of Reckoning.
All we
the
can
light
do is
shines through a pinhole.
make theories and get made fun of.
Yeah, whatever. Both of them I have fun with. So, what else happened this episode? Elle knows, Ed's okay, Ed's OG, took out all those people, made a sick-looking car that would have been more suspicious than the first car.
When we took a bath
Yeah,
and
she
talked
did.
with Rose.
Yeah, she did. Greed. Ling has more control over Greed than we thought. Not necessarily control over, but has more of an effect on
Yes,
Greed
which
than we
I
probably
love.
initially thought. We also
I
didn't
love
know
that.
Greed had a continuation of his memories.
Yes.
Which was cool how they were coming in like glitched, almost like white noise breaking through.
Yeah. So sad
that was
that
really
he
cool.
killed. Oh my god, he just like reached through.
It's
his
more
friend.
sad
I
that
know
he
his name.
killed him after the fact. had he really had no memory of him, or really like just been completely different, separated, and he killed him, it wouldn't have been as sad. But the fact that he remembered them after he had already killed him, is what makes it so much sadder.
I just feel like Greed, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I just feel like they're, like, Ling is gonna come into Greed and, like...
What? And
continue. Make him good. Like, I feel like he's going to be a good homunculus. Like, I think that there's just so much, like, you know, he could be bad, he could be good. It's like, what's gonna actually, like... But then it's also like, what's good and bad? You know, that whole argument, like...
Well, it's not necessarily that, because I'm very torn, okay? Right now, him going after Raph doesn't necessarily make him good. I'm not saying you're saying that, so give me a second in case you're gonna jump on that. But him going after Raph doesn't essentially make him good. It just means that he is mad about what happened.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Greed himself can become good, though. He may do things that help the good side because it coincides with the enemy of my enemy is my friend type of thing.
Yeah. Without
him necessarily becoming good, because I just don't know if there's a redeeming quality to his character. I don't know. But he did... Well, there's other evil characters that have shown love.
Yeah.
Like, he loved those people, the chimeras, you know what I mean?
But then also, like, the way that he's got so many different, like, memories and stuff, like, it seems like he'd be kind of, like, I don't know, like, bipolar in a way. Like he would be one way and then
when
another
it flashes
way.
Back, it's almost like he's getting flashbacks.
Which is exactly what we saw. He was one way, killed the dude, then remembered, and then became a whole different... You know what I mean?
I don't know. Jury's out on that one for me as far as whether I think he could become good. I do think he could become weak, and that allows Ling to take over.
Yeah. Well, and he even made mention of that, like, you know, let your guard down. And
that's what I expect, is that Ling can continue to chip at him and eventually take over.
Because I feel like Ling will make him.
Oh, yeah. Because they didn't just immediately, like, smash Ling's soul out, like, just, it's gone. The fact that he has any say or kind of ability to really get inside of Greed's head at all shows me that I think he'll take control. Like, I think that he'll make his grand comeback at some point.
Yeah.
What that means for the rest of the show, I don't know, because it's kind of another variable that's out there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things up in the air right now, and I'm wondering when Ed is going to reunite, or even if he will.
Yeah. Well, he's thinking, like, where would you go? I wonder if he's going to, like, be like, Lior, of course, you know?
I'm so excited. I was kind of let down a little bit. I mean, I don't know what I really expected, and we still have another chance with Ed, but I wanted a little bit more of an epic reveal.
Of him being
Hohenheim,
okay?
of Hohenheim to Al, of, like, what he is and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
we
I
didn't
don't
even
know what I expected, but I expected something.
He was telling him. He just was like,
yeah, it was just at the end of the story,
yeah.
I don't know. I expected something out for it to be more dramatic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I feel like the whole scene with, like, Ed being okay was more of, like, a comedic thing. Yeah. Whereas it was something that we were kind of, like, waiting for. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Well, I said we have another opportunity with Ed, though, when he explains everything to Ed. Because Ed also doesn't take to Hohenheim as well as Al has. Right. Al just openly,
Al's just like,
Dad, I believe you.
But
I'm here with you. Like,
Ed's, like, not at all going to be like that, I don't think.
Exactly.
But maybe once he hears...
So I'm hoping that will be the more dramatic, the more emotionally charged, you know, situation there.
Yeah.
Also, since Hohenheim is a Philosopher's Stone, can they use him in some way to get
their bodies back? He said, though, that he can't do anything to get things that have been given up, right?
Yeah, but he is a Philosopher's Stone, so he can't do it. Like, with his hand magic, or whatever, but, like, can they use him as a Philosopher's Stone?
Would it, like, because, like, he is, like, immortal, but if you use a stone,
yeah, but
like, it's
he
only
has
got
a
so
lot of souls in that stone.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, would it make him, like, weaker?
It's a soul for a soul. right? Equivalent
And he's got a
exchange.
lot.
One
Yeah.
soul for one soul.
And he does have a lot, so it wouldn't be like a
So
big
he
deal.
himself may not be able to just, reach in and heal him or do whatever to return things, but there may be a way to harness that power.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Didn't know.
I'm trying to think of what else happened in this episode. So many things happened. Like I said, I was so taken in by this episode, I wasn't even writing everything down. And this flew by. I didn't even feel like it was a full episode.
Right.
But I am excited to see what happens with Wrath and Greed, so we'll just jump into the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you thought in the comment section down below. Like it if you did. Sub if you don't already. Shout out to our patrons watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. You really don't know how much it means. It means the world to us. We'll be back with more videos soon. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.